Hey everyone, welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. This is a club pre-final race out at Dallas Karting Complex in the 100cc senior class. I'm going to show you kind of what happens from the moment we leave the grid to the race for those of you that are new to karting and trying to figure out how this all works and just, want to get some information. This is 16 laps. DKC is doing some construction out at the track, so they've chopped the track kind of in half almost, and this is a new part here. A right, then a left. That's a new section of the track. So it's the first time driving these. I've driven them in the rentals. First time driving them in our own carts. So right here, we're trying to scrub our tires and build more heat in them so they have more grip at the start. Where that line right there, that's the commitment cone. You're not supposed to scrub your tires after that. I am starting in 8th place. That is Rick right in front of me and Justin to the left, and the number 3 orange cart, the Sodi cart. And we're going to see if we can get a good start and see what happens. All right, green flag, here we go. Inside opens up. Justin was sleeping or something, and I'm going to settle in down here at the bottom. There's Rick right there, give him some room. Check up. You hear that high-pitched sound, that's not good. I suspect that my chain has popped off. I'm going to jump out of the cart. I'm not in a good place here. Turn the engine off. I'm going to take a look, and yep, chain is off. I got to get this cart off the track, and you see the back tires lock up here in a second. It quits rolling right there. So I've got about 30 seconds with this new configuration before they come back around. So I need to try to do what I can do and get off track. And I can kind of hear them starting to come down the straightaway. So I need to get out of the way for safety, jump over the tires, let everybody go through, and I'm going to jump back over. And the chain has wrapped itself around the axle. It's off of the front sprocket on the clutch, and it's off of the back sprocket. And I'm trying to get it loose so I can try to move the cart a little bit to a safer spot. And it's just really difficult. And like I said, I've got about 30 seconds before they come back around. And I'm just showing this to you so for those of you wanting to get into the sport, you can just kind of see. So you see what kind of can happen in a situation. I'm going to show you the rear view here in a second. I thought that getting tagged in the rear, it wasn't that bad. Simultaneously trying to get on the accelerator, just caught the chain at the right spot, and it fell, and and it came off. But I don't think that's what happened. If you listen, I think I was getting on the accelerator before I get hit in the back, and it's already off. And I'm not even hitting the back that much, or that hard. If you replay it, I think you can hear it. So I'm definitely going to check my chain tension moving forward for sure. Okay, so we're going to flip the script and we're going to ride along with Justin, my unofficial official teammate this time. All right, that's me right in front of him in the 421 cart. And you can hear, if you listen closely, the high pitch, and my race is done. Pretty disappointing. First lap, first corner, I'm out of the race. Was looking forward to racing this new configuration with everybody. But you know what? That's what happens. I got in a wreck there a couple of races ago with Nick. That was disappointing too in the pre-final. So that's just what happens. Well, luckily we have a GoPro on Justin, and we're going to take a ride with him. And that is Connor right in front of him. I think the person that just passed Connor, I think her name is Gabby. I don't know her. I'm not really familiar with her. First time racing with her. We're mixed in with seniors and juniors, but we're all pretty close in speed overall. There's a couple of really good drivers in here. I know they race regionally, and I think some of them nationally. I don't know all the drivers in here though. So this neat little part of the track, I'm going to go through it here. Got to go all the way to the left. Maybe a right-hander. Got to get ready for the left now, and then it's going to throw you all the way out. Got to be careful not to go in the grass there. And you got to go all the way back to the left to get ready for this right-left. And it's just a lot of lateral movement, really fast, and it's really cool, but it can tire you out if you're not ready for it. And again, when you're exiting that third turn, if you didn't position your cart correctly, and you can see like where the grass is kind of worn out because people are going off into the grass. You'll see it here in a second. Got to be really careful, really commit to turning right here on the exit. You can see the grass on the right, it's just kind of worn down now. So since the track is about half what it used to be, they gave us twice the amount of laps to give us the same amount of time on track. And down here, going into turn one, you can see me kind of on the outside, and here's Justin getting past here. They quit throwing the yellow, and the yellow's thrown in a corner. You're not allowed to pass in that corner until you clear that incident. One thing, this is, I should have probably been more aware. I was kind of frustrated because, you know, I was out of the race and I didn't know what was wrong with my kart. I knew how to work on it before, you know, the final to try to get back out there once I got picked up. We should have picked the kart up and put it over the tires on the other side. That way there is no more yellow in that section and they can feel free to race. But that didn't happen, and that's a, you know, a learning experience for me too. All right, so Justin's here working hard, trying to catch that lead pack and get into that draft. Really nice day out this day. It's about 70, 71, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So this part here, we're carrying more speed than normal because of the track configuration. So we do so many laps out here that things become muscle memory. You brake in the same spot, you start your turn in the same places. It's just, you become almost robotic by doing this so much. So with the new track configuration, going in that last slow S portion, we're carrying more speed, so you do have to remember to slow down a little bit more than you normally do. Which I drove this in the rental cars and I kind of didn't figure that out until later on. Did a lot better in these cars with that adjustment. Not a major adjustment, it's real minor, but if you don't make the adjustment, you're going to be too deep into the corner and it's going to throw you off for this whole straightaway. In this straightaway, we're carrying between 64 to 68 miles an hour. It just kind of depends on your gearing and a couple other things. All right, so that's Connor in front, Gabby in front of Connor, and right in front of Gabby is Rick. So Rick is a super nice guy, but he does have a reputation amongst us for being really aggressive. So if there's been 6 incidents on the track that I've recorded, I'd say Rick's probably been involved in 5 of them and was the cause of probably 4 of them. So we like to give him a hard time about that. Like, hey man, let's race, but don't hit my kart type of deal, because it can get pretty expensive when things happen. So we'll watch this race here and see if Justin can catch up. So I did have to buy a new chain. My chain was just toast, it was twisted. The sprocket was actually okay, but I've changed sprockets, and the sprocket on the clutch, I'm probably gonna have to change that. I mean, I think it's okay for now, but luckily it was nothing else. So I got away from that incident. Okay, it wasn't super expensive. Just a new chain. Justin getting a little closer. There goes Rick looking at the inside of Gabby. Maybe a little contact, nothing too bad. Nice hard racing. So that's caused them to slow down a little bit, and Justin's now caught up. He's in the draft now. Let's see. They're about the same. He's about the same speed as Connor there in front of him. I talked to Justin. I know what his strategy is here. He's watching Rick and Gabby go at it. He doesn't know Gabby either, but he knows Rick, and he's waiting for it to happen. And when it happens, he's going to try to avoid it and go around them and race Connor for another spot. So we'll see if that happens. We'll see if my foreshadowing actually manifests into reality. All right, look at Rick. Take a look to the inside. Nice pass. Does a good job of not giving Gabby an opportunity to come back around. But she's not going to give up. She's going to set him up for an over-under, looks like. And there it is. Nice. And Rick does not turn down on her. Gives her plenty of room. Nice hard racing from both of them. Nice pass. But Rick is not going to give up. He is coming right back. Kind of look to the inside and he gets a spot back. This is fantastic racing. I love this. Look at that. And you got Connor and Justin right behind him, just waiting to pounce. This is so much fun. This is great to watch. Gabby's looking, wants to get her spot back. Gonna look to the inside. Rick closes the door. Looks like we're gonna have one more go at it. Let's see what happens. Connor's going to take a look to the inside there. It's time to go, he said. Let's go. But it's not there. And we have a lapper coming up. And Rick is able to go inside. Gabby's off the track just a little bit there, and then the lapper kind of closes the door on her, and that's the race right there. I don't think it was intentional from that lapper, but that's what happened. So, disappointing race for me, but it was cool to get to ride along with Justin. I hope you enjoyed that and get to see the perspective of another racer. I know I'll bring you guys kart rage, but when you get to ride it with Justin this time in his 100cc kart and see how the race went from his perspective. So I will be back for the final race. Be sure to check that one out. And as always, I appreciate all of you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you're entertained by them. I hope you learn. If that's what you're looking for, like and subscribe if you haven't done that. I would really appreciate it. Leave a comment below. I definitely appreciate that. It helps the channel, helps the video. Y'all take it easy.